Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
I'm here for Peter.
It's on our Christmas list, kids. Welcome back to another episode.
Birthday list.
Well, both. Why not both? Welcome back to the Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Peter's number one fan. It is
Little Hellfire, y'all.
She talks, she chats about Peter, she podcasts about Peter, she dreams about Peter. Lilith Hellfire, the Peter Hunter. Parker, that is. Alright, kids, so... Alright, this is our second of our two-part Dazzler special. This time we'll be covering Marvel Team Up 108 and 109. And we'll talk some new issues. And we'll talk about a little trailer that hit this week. Madam Web, you ain't ready. I don't think I'm ready. Alright, because once it, yes, I know this is only going to be the second episode of the month, but this will be the last one Lilith and I do for the year, because next week, we'll get into this at the end of the episode, but Ray and Dave will be back for the regularly scheduled Scarlet Spider episode a week early, and then the last week of the year you will receive no Ultimate Spider Cast, because that last week will be jam-packed full of content. Like here and on Sony and Petty, we'll be getting two parts of our holiday party, and we'll be getting their Aquaman The Lost Kingdom review. So, yes, the schedule will be jam-packed. But then don't worry, Lilith and I will be back in January. Oh, boy.
Start the new year fresh.
That's right, see? After the Madam Web trailer, Lil's going to need the rest of the year off from Spider-Man. All right. Well, let's get into the Marvel Team Up issues, because, like I said, we got a lot to cover.
So much to do, so little time.
All right. No, I don't think we want that. All right. No, I had last night's Daredevil issues on the synopsis. Hold on. Oh yeah, not only do we get Dazzler, but we get Paladin too. All right, here we go. All right, kids, Marvel Team Up number 108 from August 1981. Something Wicked This Way Kills.
Oh, they should have went with Come.
Hey, oh! Why you don't?
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so
it's for dietary or religious reasons. I won't stop anybody else from having their fun.
Dietary and religious reasons. The Church of Lilith. The Church of Me! Writer David Michelinie, penciler Herb Trimpe, inker Mike Esposito, colors Bob Sharon, letterer Janice Chiang, and editor Tom DeFalco.
Janice?
Yeah. Oh, please. You
like the flashback from yesterday.
Oh, she was everywhere in the 80s and 90s, like inking and stuff. That's what I said. I think in the 80s and 90s they had like maybe 2 or 3 letterers and like 2 or 3 inkers, it seemed like sometimes, on everything.
And you can usually edit yourself, so that's saving some money.
Yeah, but not this time. It's the Falco. It's the Bologna Factory.
Scroll way down
to the black suit saga, kids. All right. 2 muggers, Digger and his partner.
I already don't like it.
Digger and his unnamed partner attack a prospective victim in a New York alleyway. As most Marvel comics begin, much to their surprise, the man grabs their hands and quite painfully drains away their body heat, and they quickly fall to the ground unconscious. Then he continues slowly on his way. All right. Well, speaking of threats and menaces, sometime later, Lance Bannon Bannon. Oh, don't worry, kids. We'll get his. And a police captain watch a paramedic team haul the hypothermic hoodlums away in an ambulance.
Stan would be proud.
Exactly. Ah.
Excelsior!
After Bannon takes some pictures, the captain says that the muggers are almost certainly victims of the Street Stalker. That's right, kids. Throw up the bunny ears. The medic should be able to help them, he continues, but someday the stalker's going to kill someone.
He could have killed someone.
It's a threat.
If you watch Bar Rescue, you'll understand that John Tapper reference.
In his cubicle at Empire State University, Peter Parker reads the Daily Bugle account of the two thugs. Not only does the Bugle take Spider-Man to task for not having captured the Street Stalker, but Lance Bannon's photographs have replaced Peter's on the front page.
Well, Peter's was blurry anyway.
That's true. I love Jameson. He only has two plays in that playbook. Either blame Spider-Man for an attack or blame him for not stopping the attack.
It's a win-win situation.
That's true, because probably the headline in tomorrow's Bugle will be, why didn't Spider-Man stop the attack? Because he's the killer!
Yep. What's he gonna do? Sue me for libel?
That's slander. No. In print, it's libel.
One of the first legal things I learned.
Oh my god, I need that job for our holiday party. What? Raise? No, I'll send you some Christmas meat. That's one of the best lines for that trilogy. Meat, I'll send you meat. Suddenly, the door swings open and Coach Barnstorm barges in with his star basketball center, Bill Burkowski. The coach is incensed that Peter flunked Burkowski out of Chemistry 101, making him ineligible to play on the team.
Good to know that's never changed.
Nope.
I mean, it's student athlete, not athlete student, but whatever.
Because sports.
Oh, to quote Cartman, so how do you get away with not paying your slaves?
Oh!
I mean, it's changed now a little bit. They can make a little bit of money.
Oh, yeah, especially the college. Yeah. All those colleges.
It's about time.
Yes. Peter protests that Burkowski answered only 3 questions out of 50, but the coach insists that Burkowski be given a passing grade anyway. After slamming Peter's desk with his fist, Barnstorm departs, glad that Peter sees it his way.
You're lucky he didn't snap your neck, buddy.
I know. Can you imagine if he was in a foul mood? I would have loved to see Peter just lift the coach off the ground and be like, "What you say?"
Oh, you thought I was a nerdy chemistry professor, huh? Did you see my hot wife?
Well, he ain't married yet, but oh my god, how funny would that be if the coach was like, "Test out Parker, he's on steroids or something."
Get him on the team.
I would know. He's on steroids. Peter shakes his head in dismay, and Steve Hopkins and Peter Chang enter to console him. They've had run-ins with the coach before, they say. As night falls, Peter works off tensions, not that way, by donning his Spider-Man costume and web swinging out over the city. Suddenly, he feels his spider sense tingle.
It's ting-ting-tingling, ting-ting-tingling.
And when he looks down, he sees a costumed gunman advancing into Central Park. After quickly setting up his camera, Spider-Man follows him in and challenges him to battle. The gunman calls himself Paladin and says he is not a criminal, but Spider-Man does not believe him. Paladin takes a few shots, but Spider-Man dodges them easily and kicks the gun out of Paladin's hand. But then, overconfident, he takes a punch to the jaw that leaves him stunned. Paladin dives for his gun, but just as he picks it up, a scream pierces the air. He quickly explains that he was on the trail of the Street Stalker until Spider-Man interrupted him, and Spider-Man sheepishly apologizes. Then the crime fighters leave to investigate the scream together, and Paladin reminds Spider-Man that the street is his. For the streets. Unknown to them, Lance happens to be nearby and hears the scream as well. He heads into the park, eager to get the stalker on film. Paladin and Spider-Man, meanwhile, find the stalker's victim laying cold and inert on the ground. Then Paladin looks at his watch and says he regrets that he cannot stay to make further observations because he has a date with a young lady. Relatable content, eh, love? Maybe not a lady, but relatable content.
They say luck is a lady, so maybe.
Spider-Man is flabbergasted that Paladin would leave the scene of a violent crime to go on a date. But Paladin
He's got a life and boundaries. Try it, Pete.
Oh, burn. But Paladin replies that he never lets business interfere with pleasure.
Relatable content.
Why do you think
I
she took?
clock out right on the dot.
Why do you think
Gotta
she?
go.
Why do you think she took September off, kids?
Still not quite recovered. But
Oh my! So you're still walking
it's
fun.
a lot of playing.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say she still ain't walking right, kids. As the crime fighter departs, Spider-Man sticks a spider tracer to his costume. Then Spider-Man carries the victim away. Unfortunately, by this time, Bannon has arrived and he takes a picture of Spider-Man with the body from a hidden vantage point.
Jameson says, I knew it!
Spider-Man's spider sense tingles briefly, but he disregards the sensation.
Psychosomatic. Bro, can he just look around?
Turn your
How many
head.
times do we have to do this?
Turn your head, sir. Afterward, Paladin congratulates Spider-Man for having had the wisdom to hold out for a fee. At first, he has no idea what Paladin is talking about, but then it becomes apparent that Paladin charges for his services, whereas Spider-Man does not. Paladin chuckles about it.
He's a slut. He does it for free.
No! Yeah.
No slut shaming here.
I was going to say, that makes Paladin a whore, so.
Well, he's got no floating heads of guilt yet.
That's true. At first, he has no idea what Paladin is talking. Paladin chuckles about how Spider-Man puts his life on the line for nothing, but Spider-Man is disgusted by Paladin's mercenary attitude and Webb swings away. Spider-Man soon enters his apartment through the skylight and hangs up his costume, pondering Paladin's words. Perhaps, he thinks, he is angry at having been reminded that when he first received his spider powers, he too used them to make money. Then he recalls how he tried. Here comes the floating heads of guilt. Then he recalls how he tried to become a television star and how, for selfish reasons, he failed to apprehend the criminal who later killed his beloved Uncle Ben. Hold on. Thus, he decides that he will, after all, help Paladin and Mrs. Michaels. Wait, what? The next day, a Saturday, wait a minute. I know who Mrs. Michaels is, but they just kind of threw her in there in the summary. The next day, a Saturday, Peter brings his photographs of last night's battle to the Daily Bugle. Gloria Grant lets him in to see Jameson, and Peter is surprised to see Lance Bannon in the office ahead of him. When Peter hands Jameson the pictures, Jameson takes one look at them and throws them away. Then he tells the chagrined Peter to look at a real picture taken by Bannon. It is the first authentic photograph of the street stalker, says Jameson proudly. Sure enough.
He was like, see how it's not blurry? It's in high definition. It's in frame. Good light.
Does it look like it was taken hundreds of feet off the ground?
Stuck to a pole of some sort.
Hey-o. Was that the pot calling kettle black? Halo. Stuck to a pole. She's like, if loving pole is a crime, give me the chair.
I don't want to be right.
Sure enough, it is the picture Bannon took of Spider-Man carrying away the street stalker's victim. Jameson declares that he has been warning the public for years about that web-swinging menace, and now he has proof that he was right. He and Lance were just discussing the expanded photo spread on the Spider-Man menace for the Bugle Sunday edition, he continues.
You know what advice I have for JJ?
What?
Stick a chick in it, make her gay, and make it lame.
I'm going to have to find that drop, aren't I?
They really should have had Bill O'Reilly play him. Like, we love J.K. Simmons, but Bill O'Reilly's got that punchable face.
Stick a dick, the Capes motto. Stick a dick joke in it and do it 69 times.
Exactly. So make sure it happens at 420.
Oh, yes. Well, as Lilith always says, it's always 420 somewhere.
Truly.
Sue, wait a second. You know what Lilith says? It's always 420 somewhere.
Scream it!
Soon. So...
More like roll it and smoke it.
Whoa! Lilith Hellfire and her deranged protege is Justin. Oh, sorry, Justin. That's your new title. Lilith Hellfire intern, Justin. Because he does all the stuff you don't want to do.
And he thought he wants to be my latex salesman.
Serenity now. Soon, Spider-Man drops the man off at City General Wait a sec. Soon, it says he drops the man off at City General Hospital before. We out of order here. Before following the Spider Tracer and Paladin to the posh Gold Star restaurant. As he watches a man, a young woman, and Paladin disembark from a horse-drawn... Whoa! What are we...
I hope they didn't feed him beanie weenies.
1, 2, 3... No, Beefarino. I was just watching that the other day at Beefarino.
I know, but beanie weenies is funnier.
Oh, you mean like Marvel Snap?
Yeah.
I forget what Marvel character I was looking up today, and it said, and then it brought up a link to whatever the character was on Marvel Snap. I'm like, oh jeez. It's the universe telling me to keep pushing that button, Ray. So I need him. Oh. Ray, please send me the drop. You saying I love Marvel Snap, please. Marvel Snap, my favorite game.
We could use some advertisements.
All right, let's get back to Paladin's threesome here. All right, Spider-Man drops down in front of them and tells Paladin he wants answers.
He wants in.
Hey-oh! Paladin, however, is irritated that Spider-Man is interrupting his engagement. Before he and Spider-Man can get into a brawl, the woman intervenes. Spider-Man could be useful, she says, because they need all the help they can get. Whoa.
Told you.
Well, Hellfire's hard drive. Paladin introduces the woman as Mrs. Christine Michaels and the man as Dr. Bradshaw before inviting Spider-Man to join them for a light dinner. Oh, God. He accepts, but Marcel, the maitre Corel, insists that Spider-Man wear a tie. Being a friend of the owner, Paladin is exempt from this restaurant policy, but Spider-Man, alas, is not, so he quickly spins a bow tie from his webbing, puts it around his neck, and takes a seat.
Wow.
Uh-huh. As they wait...
Well, people are pooping in the streets in New York, so I don't think the dress code's that up to snuff anymore.
Well, this is 81. Huh. Remember when we used to dress up to get on airplanes and...
Smoke on airplanes?
We actually put our pants on to go to the store?
Nah, I like this world better, honestly. Tyranny of pants and all.
Well, I got you there, but... As they wait to be served, Christine explains to the street stalkers actually her husband, Walter. He and she were
Walter White?
I am the danger.
And Jesse?
I am the one who knocks. He and she were nutritionists who had developed a process to transmit synthetic vitamins directly into
Nobody told Morbius from the Sony universe.
Directly into the body with microwaves.
What?
Yeah. Against the advice of Bradshaw, Walter's best friend and assistant.
Oh, God. They did the Norman Osborn.
Uh-huh. He might as well have cornrows. Uh-huh.
My fantasies to get touched by a white man with cornrows.
Or Kirk Connors. Walter insisted on trying out the experimental syntho bombardment chamber himself.
That sounds like a Jack Shack, if you ask me.
What's your supervillain origin? Well, lost control of my right hand. I lost control of my right hand.
You gotta rub that one in.
However, the special radiation absorbing suit that he wore during the experiment worked too well, so that he
so he's not absorbing man?
No, so that he absorbed an extreme dosage of synthetic vitamins. Oh my God, he's powered by synthetic vitamin. Oh God! When Bradshaw and Christine removed him from the chamber, he was weak and dazed, but somehow otherwise unaffected. Yet a few days later, when a male nurse tried to take his temperature, Walter absorbed his body heat on contact. It has to be through contact. Much as he had absorbed the nutrients in the radiation chamber. Why'd attack somebody too if they depends where they tried to take your temperature.
The old-fashioned way.
The most accurate way, eh? Then he discovered that he could use the absorbed energy to increase his strength and speed, or he could focus it into highly destructive bursts of force. Oh my God, this is Lilith's origin. This is the energy she absorbed from her young himbos. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he became overly fascinated with the power at his command, and he soon ran away from the laboratory. When Christine read about the street stalker in the newspaper, she realized he must be her husband, so she contacted Paladin and arranged a meeting. Christine burst into tears as she concludes her story and tells Peter to come back when he really has something. Dejected, Peter walks out of the office. Wait a minute. This is
cobbled together.
Yeah, because now we're back at the Bugle. Yeah, because Peter's walking out of the office and Joe Robertson standing by Gloria.
Man, them wikis ain't what they used to be.
I know,
thanks
man.
To fandom.
Standing by Gloria's desk as Peter leaves, worries that Bandit seems to be pushing for Peter's job. As evening falls,
Gloria's not good at her. Gloria Hole Grant's no good at her job.
Whoa. So Peter leaves and worries Bandon's going for his job. As evening falls, Spider-Man web swings out over the city to track down his Spider Tracer and Paladin. He soon finds the crime fighter on a rooftop, but as he tries to sneak up on him,
I'm not an amateur idiot.
Paladin asks what kept him. Then Paladin tosses him the tracer and says that he followed the street stalker to the abandoned Sperry printing building across the street. However, he continues, he does not know just where in the structure Michaels is hidden. Spider-Man promises to find him and swings over to the roof for a look around. Meanwhile, inside the building, the street stalker, wearing a purple and yellow costume,
purple
and yellow, exercises his powers by destroying an old printing press with a force blast. The news media have dubbed him the Street Stalker, he says indignantly, but he deserves a more noble title. Get ready for this one, kids. Such as Thermo, the Thermatronic Man.
He should have workshopped that a little bit more.
Yeah, but then it strikes...
I guess Thermos was taken its brand name.
Well, he's insane, so... But then it strikes him that his newly acquired powers are taking control of him, that he needs help. These thoughts are driven away when Spider-Man suddenly crashes down through the skylight and Paladin runs in through the door. Thermo fends off his attackers with a force blast, and Paladin tells Spider-Man to get out of the way so he can get off a good shot with his pistol. Spider-Man does, but the shot has no effect. Thermo then hurls Spider-Man into Paladin and blasts a hole in the floor beneath them. They fall, smashing through each rotted floor in turn until they come to rest in the basement. Paladin is thankful that his body armor protected him, but Spider-Man is covered with bruises. Dusting themselves off, and they leave in pursuit of Thermo. Across town at the scientific laboratories of Michaels and Michaels, Paul Bradshaw finds Christine Michaels weeping near the machine that transformed her husband as he puts his arms around her shoulders to comfort her. Walter Michaels enters and sees them embracing. He immediately accuses his wife of sabotaging the experiment so she could be together with Bradshaw. Christine denies this, saying that Paul was only comforting her, but Thermo slaps her aside, grabs Bradshaw's throat.
He kept him hand strong.
Yeah, and sucks up his body, killing him. Then he runs from the building, vowing to pursue his destiny at all costs. Paladin and Spider-Man arrive moments later and find Christine utterly despondent. She explains that what her husband did to Bradshaw and concludes that he has gone mad. Have you seen that costume? Then Paladin affixes the nullifier to his pistol. Spider-Man puts a fresh cartridge in his web shooter, and they set off after
Mercy
Thermo.
bullet? What?
No, it's a device they're supposedly going to depower him. When they overtake him a few blocks away,
Mercy bullet.
Yeah, he hurls a lamppost at Spider-Man. As Paladin dodges Thermo's bioelectric blast, Spider-Man slams his feet into Thermo's head. Thermo falls, but not before destroying a parked car with an energy bolt. Then Paladin takes aim with the nullifier, but unfortunately its ray proves quite ineffective. Ridiculing their ultimate weapon, Thermo force blasts Paladin into a plate glass store window across the street from a theater. God, this again.
About goddamn time.
Where, by coincidence, Dazzler happens to be preparing for a show. Spider-Man tries to web up Thermo's hands, but Thermo tears the webbing apart and smashes Spider-Man into the theater wall. Where's that?
Smash it!
There you go. The impact startles Allison in her dressing room, but before she can go out to investigate, she has to finish putting her makeup on, and it is part of her costume. 1981. Meanwhile, another force blast pounds Spider-Man into the wall hard enough to break a hole in it. Then Thermo grabs Spider-Man around the throat. Barely conscious, Spider-Man feels his body heat start to drain away.
Spider-Man's about to get rescued by a woman?
Yeah. A broad.
A dame? A floozy?
Oh, yeah, I saw that joke today. One of my friends said, ready for this? One of my friends said he studied abroad in college. I said, I studied abroad in college, too. Her name was Tina.
Oh, no, not Tina. Not Tina or Crystal. Oh,
no. Spider-Man makes a reference to I Led 3 Lives, a 1950s TV series.
It's about a guy who infiltrates, like, the Communist Party.
I know,
for the FBI.
But even at the point that this issue came out, that was a 20 or 30-year-old reference.
They didn't have much on TV, babes.
I guess, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, they were playing I Love Lucy reruns up until 2000, so.
When I was little, I remember they were playing Batman 66 reruns.
Yeah.
That's how I first saw it, yeah. They had 3 channels, and they had that newfangled thing called MTV.
Oh, I was going to say that newfangled thing called Fox.
Fox 87. All right, thoughts on this, Lil?
No.
Yeah.
It just took too damn long to get to the good part.
I know. Hey, Lil. Lil can't stand that, kids. All right, so let's get back to this murderous nutritionist. All right.
Uh-oh. I got bad news for you. The
What?
baloney factory is running the whole thing in the next one.
Oh, my God, I know. I know. I noticed that. And when I was reading this, I was like, why did we switch writers in midstream?
He's like, Dazzler? Did someone say Dazzler?
I'm rating this myself. He's chomping on the cigar. I'm going to rake this myself.
So we're gym shooters crying in a corner.
All right, Marvel Team Up 109 from September 1981, Critical Mass.
Wait, these are really long, detailed synopses. Do you think Tom like a state wrote these?
What do you mean a state? He's still alive.
I wasn't going to be like, he wrote his own
Oh,
synopses.
why not? He probably did.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt here.
All right, so Critical Mass. Like, did you see the critical mass on that broad? All right. Writer and editor Tom DeFalco. And everyone else is the same. Herb Trimpe, Mike Esposito, Bob Sharon. Oh, no.
The letterer.
Letterer Diana Elbers. All right. Thermo, the Thermatronic Man. I dare you to say that 3 times fast. Feels his bioelectric power increase as he grips Spider-Man around the throat and drains his body heat. Spider-Man sinks into the rubble of the theater wall that Thermo just slammed him into, the very theater where Dazzler performs her stage act. Across the street, Paladin slowly regains consciousness after having been smashed through a plate glass window by Thermo. Only his armor and his costume kept him from being killed. Suddenly, Thermo is distracted by a brilliant light display and he lets go of Spider-Man to face Dazzler. Having heard the commotion and gone outside, Dazzler uses her mutant ability to temporarily blind the Thermatronic Man. Then, Spider-Man's recuperative powers quickly restore some of his strength and he manages to stagger Thermo with a punch to the back.
He donkey punched him.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
At the same time, Paladin shoots Thermo with his nullifier, Hail. Although the weapon again fails to knock him out, Thermo is so overwhelmed by the triple attack that he runs away down an alley.
Careful, I heard Batman's parents died down that alley.
It's her fault this time, right?
Batman, my favorite character.
I saw the opportunity, I had to take it.
Hey-oh, yes. Thermo is hurling a trailer truck between himself and the pursuing Spider-Man and Paladin. He vows to return to crush them. Then he leaps over a fence and escapes. When Paladin sees the gorgeous Dazzler, his eyes light up.
She's like, my eyes are up here?
Yeah, his eyes lit up. However, they hear police sirens, so they quickly carry Spider-Man to Dazzler's nearby apartment. As they climb the stairs, Stella, a tenant, sees them and complains to Harry, her husband, about the wildlife that the new young lady seems to lead. Soon, Spider-Man is huddled...
Jealous.
Exactly. Spider-Man is huddled under a blanket, and Dazzler, now out of costume as Allison Blair, serves him a cup of tea to warm him up.
You know what makes me upset about Dazzler?
What?
Is that, she's supposed to be a black character, but because they were actually going to make a movie and Bo Derek wanted to play her, they made the actual character in the comic book white.
Oh, really?
Blonde hair. Yeah. Like, literally, we could have had Donna Summers in the movie. Like, and then if later on, we could have had Kelly Rowland. I'm just saying.
We could have had a Dazzler with a giant fro. Oh my God, Marvel, how dare you?
We were robbed.
Exactly.
I was like, it's disco music. It just never made sense, and then I started researching, and it just made me even more mad. More reasons to hate Bo Derek. If you know, you know. If you don't, continue to enjoy Bo Derek.
Oh my. Allison asks him what the battle was all about. Paladin reviews Thermo's origin and explains that he is working for Thermo's wife, Christine Michaels. So yeah, they tell her about how Thermo murdered.
Just in case you weren't able to pick up the previous issue.
Exactly. And now the media.
Well, Tom's like, well, I didn't write it, so why would you even read it?
Oh!
So let's just recap it.
And just like the one last week, yes, these were reprinted in Marvel Tales with a Todd McFarlane covers on them, so.
Drumming up business.
When Paladin finishes, he tosses Spider-Man the Nullifier and prepares to leave, offering sometime soon to find more pleasant things to discuss in candlelight at Regine's. Paladin bids Dazzler farewell. They should all rendezvous at Christine's laboratory tonight, he says as he goes through the door and resumes tracking Thermo down. Then Spider-Man tries to web swing out of the apartment, but his clouded vision and unsteady hands render his web shooters useless.
Oh no, whatever shall he do?
Allison catches him before he falls out the window, and as he collects his wits, he hopes that Thermo has not destroyed his spider powers permanently. Dazzler turns on her stereo and converts some of the soft music into a soothing light to calm Spider-Man and ease his tensions.
I'm just saying, if you've ever been at a rave and you're one of those girls with the light whip, it's soothing. It's soothing. Mm-hmm. I understand.
Meanwhile, Thermo finds an abandoned building to use as a hideout and smashes through the wall. However, he hears voices and soon discovers a room where a cloaked and hooded figure is leading a group of cultists in a peculiar chant. The cult leader knows that his incantation is a complete sham used to dupe his followers.
Like all cult leaders.
Exactly. As he pretends to call forth a demon named Yogoth, Thermo suddenly enters. At first, the cultists protest that he is a lunatic, but when he demonstrates his bioelectric blast, they become silent. The leader realizes that Thermo is a deranged person with some kind of superhuman power, but he goes along with him, thinking he might prove useful. Then Thermo starts to harangue the worshippers, telling them that they will be the core of a new movement that will sweep the entire planet. As dawn breaks...
Oh, dear.
It'll be huge. Bigly. As dawn breaks over the city, Spider-Man awakens in Allison's apartment to the aroma of coffee and scrambled eggs. Hey-oh.
Better than Mary Jane, I'm just saying.
Exactly. Except for some muscular pain, he is completely recovered.
A morning pain, someone must say.
Oh my, he thanks her profusely for her help. When he sees a portrait of her parents on the wall, he asks about them, but she is unwilling to discuss them. Suddenly, she shrieks and Spider-Man, startled, leaps onto the wall. She points to something crawling on the floor, but Spider-Man sees that it is just one of his spider tracers and begins to chuckle. She tells him to eat his breakfast. I was going to say, what's she about to tell him to eat? Spider-Man soon web swings out over the city and notices that his balance and agility are still not quite perfect. Fortunately, as it is Sunday, he is not expected at the Bugle or at the university, so he decides to take it easy and save his strength for the upcoming battle against Thermo. Meanwhile, at the Bugle, J. Jonah Jameson discusses the Spider-Man menace featured in the day's edition with his editor, Joe Robertson. Robertson says that the public generally discounts his anti-Spider-Man editorials now and that the newspaper could come up with egg on its face by insisting that Spider-Man is the street stalker. Jameson appreciates Robertson's caution, but he remains firmly convinced that they have Spider-Man dead to rights. Yeah, just like every other time.
Baby.
Just like every other time. Just then, Lance Bannon enters, and Robertson is reminded that this ambitious photographer means
to be fair,
that Peter
a
Parker's
broken clock can be right 2 times a day.
That's true.
So just in case.
Yeah, but he's not. But Spider-Man's not a killer. He just webs your ass to your chair every so often, Jonah. Come on.
Just in case. Just in case the black suit returns.
I want you to the ends of the earth.
My beautiful baby boy.
Yeah. Peter, meanwhile, returns to his apartment to study the nullifier that Paladin gave him. Oh, remember? Yeah, he is a. I'm still thinking with
somewhat of a scientist
myself. Wondering why it had no effect on Thermo. Since his powers cannot be relied on, he hopes to find a way to increase the device's power. Elsewhere this was the 90s, he would just create some armor. All right.
In a pouch.
Oh, but hell. Elsewhere in the city, Thermo continues to captivate to the cultists, promising to transform them into an invincible army. One of them finally declares that Thermo is a fraud, but Thermo causes him to die in screaming pain. Ah, the Lilith Hellfire method. This quickly convinces the others, and they bow down and worship.
Have we tried torturing them yet?
Then he says he has a mission for them. Have we tried killing them yet? That night, as Christine Michaels is in her laboratory contemplating what to do if Spider-Man and Paladin cannot stop her deranged husband, a group of cultists break in. With fanatic urgency, they kidnap her and carry the microwave chamber that created Thermo into a waiting truck. Across town, Dazzler finishes her performance to a most appreciative audience and heads for her dressing room. Among the attendees, however, is the cult leader himself, Mark Hamilton, and some more of the cultists. As Dazzler starts to remove her makeup, she hears someone at the door. Thinking her visitors are fans, she lets them in, but they suddenly attack and knock her unconscious.
Where's security?
I know. When Spider-Man enters the Michaels laboratory, he is dismayed to find the microwave chamber and Christine are both absent. Paladin, however, is present, and Spider-Man shows him the newly modified nullifier. The original nullifier is now inside a helmet amplifier that will greatly intensify its effect. He explains, it should alter Thermo's body the way he originally received his powers he has, and it can also track Thermo by picking up his unique bioelectrical energies. Again, just like last episode, all right, we're just going to turn the dial the other way.
Reverse the polarity
of the neutron flow. In his basement headquarters, Thermo addresses his wife.
That explains everything, doesn't it?
What?
Basement dweller.
Yeah, true. Touch some grass, boy. Arrogantly declaring that the man she once sought to murder has become a god. Saddened by her husband's insanity, she does not reply. Dazzler also looks on in silence, realizing that there isn't enough sound in the room for her to generate light. People are talking, aren't they? Hold on.
Well, her power set is very wonky depending on who writes her.
I know.
Like, she can be an Omega level mutant at times. It's like, really?
Well. I mean, as horrible as the story was, yeah. Again, kids. Also, this month, Justin and I are covering that Dazzler graphic novel where her powers kind of get a boost in that. So,
yeah.
Thermo accuses Dazzler of interfering in his battle against Spider-Man, which, had he subdued the crime fighter, would have doubled his power. Suddenly, Spider-Man and Paladin crash through the door. Spider-Man ducks to allow Paladin to stun blast the cultist, and Thermo prepares to let loose a force blast. Then Dazzler stamps down hard on Hamilton's foot and escapes the cultist guarding her. Quickly affixing roller skate wheels on her boot, she turns on her pocket radio, whose sound she can convert into light to use as a weapon.
What?
Oh my! No, that would have been Spider-Man.
Powered.
Oh my god, they had the episode on, was it last night or the night before, where Ike's going through Canadian puberty.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yo, Gabba Gabba. When they're the Canadian ministers, it's like, you told me you had to queef on my head to make a baby. Meanwhile, Paladin and Spider-Man dodge Thermo's force blast, then Spider-Man tries to slip the nullifier helmet on the evildoer's head. Unfortunately, Thermo slaps him away. Dazzler focuses her light into a mini laser burst at Thermo's feet. Spider-Man spins himself a pair of boxing gloves out of webbing to avoid touching Thermo in the battle and starts to batter him. Then the cultists run toward the microwave,
This is no Looney Tunes cartoon,
which they believe will give all of them Thermo's powers. Unfortunately, Paladin holds them back with his gun, and then Dazzler emits a painful, blinding light burst that causes them to black out. Spider-Man tries to stick Thermo to the floor with web fluid, but Thermo blasts free.
Gotta drink a little more water to make the web fluid a little thicker.
Hey-oh. Then Spider-Man leaps into Thermo and smashes him into a pillar. Unwilling to see her husband beaten up, Christine suddenly runs to him from the shadows. He grabs her hand, trying to replenish his bioelectric energies. But before he can absorb her body heat, Dazzler emits another blinding light burst. Thermo retaliates with a force blast of his own, powered by the energy being drained from his wife. Dazzler dodges his force blast on her skates, and then Paladin throws Spider-Man the helmet. Quickly, he web swings down from behind and slips the helmet on Thermo's head. In seconds, it consumes Thermo's energy, and a final punch from Paladin knocks him out. Relieved that the battle is over, Christine weeps for her husband, hoping that his mind can be restored. Dazzler is exhausted, and Spider-Man lets her lean on him for support. I'm sure I bet you do, kid. Stunned and leaderless, the cultists are ready to be taken into custody. Paladin puts away his weapon, somewhat disappointed that he, of all people, seems to have no girl at the end of the battle. But he thinks at least he will end up with some money.
Money, money.
We need the money. Gimme.
Get it, kids. He put his weapon away because he had no woman. He put his pistol away. He has no woman.
You know what they say about guns and penises, right?
Yes, I do believe I heard either a genius or a mad woman say something about that. Yeah.
Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
It's a fine line between genius and insanity. Just ask Reed Richards.
Oh, Pedro Pascal? Okay. All right, so what you think, Lilith?
Not enough Dazzler.
I know. That was the tricky thing about like 2 or more part Marvel Tales stories, because they're just like there was a different guest star's name on the cover, so it's like, okay, we gotta have Paladin, but then Dazzler's gonna swoop in at the last second, so then we can have her on the next cover. And again, Dazzler might sell a book, but I'm like, I guess maybe it was just a story someone wanted to tell, but I'm like, is Paladin really selling books? Unless they were trying to make Paladin a thing all of a sudden.
Oh, they failed miserably.
Maybe that was the folk. It was like, what are you doing, Michelini? The Paladin? Get out of here with that Paladin.
Yeah, I was like, that's surprising that it was a Michelini creation. I was like,
I know. Somebody's trying for their shekel.
I can't even be mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta try things.
Yeah.
Until you figure out what works.
Hey-oh.
Life pro tip with Will.
So don't try anything twice, kids.
If it's good, you do it all the time.
Hey-oh. Whoa, yeah, that's what I mean. If you do it, if you've tried it, it feels good. Yeah, you keep doing it. All right. So anything else on these ones, or any thoughts on our Dazzler coverage in general?
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss with Dazzler. When it's a good Dazzler story, it's really good. When it's ho-hum, it's ho-hum.
Well, yeah. Once again, it depends who's writing it. But
I like the art. I like people's interpretations of her powers. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, Chichester's talked to us about Herb Trimpe. You know, Herb Trimpe was a great artist, but then his style didn't fit.
Style changed.
Yeah, with the 90s and stuff. Yeah, that happened to a few people.
I heard something about a superior Spider-Man.
Yeah. You're like superior. You're like, I heard something about a superior
puss.
Oh, you mean Superior Spider-Man #1, which we barely get Otto in anyway, and not as the Superior Spider-Man.
This is a Spider-Boy backdoor, yeah.
Hey, I know.
Oh God,
I know. I was like, what?
Contacts.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, doesn't the kid have his own ongoing? Why are we getting Spider-Boy crammed down our throat more? There's even a backup story with him. Oh my God, stop it.
Dan Slott must be stopped.
You know what? We need to stop Zeb Wells first.
We got so many fires to put out on the Spider-Man front, man.
Zeb Wells is the bigger threat.
Spider-Boy might be the biggest threat we've ever seen.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to give it a chance, but
I saw something. I think it's early next year. I forget where. Maybe in one of their books. Oh god, I wonder if they're doing a crossover. Spider-Boy's going to meet Miles, and I don't know if they're going to fight it out or.
Ooh, that's not a good look. Somebody get Bendis on the phone. We can't let this stand.
Oh my god, are we at that point?
We're that desperate. Somebody get Bendis on the phone. Barn door protocol, Phil.
Oh damn, we're gonna have to just burn the barn down.
We'll just have to unlist every video from till he stopped writing Superman.
Oh wait, here we go. All right. Oh yes, Bailey Briggs meets Miles Morales in Spider-Boy #4.
What's this? Some kind of crossover?
Let's see. Oh God, does Spider Boy get turned into a boy spider? You know, so Miles.
How soon until they age him up? Giving them the Damien treatment.
The John Ken treatment. Rather give him the Jason Todd treatment.
Only don't bring back.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. We could try it again in 20 years.
Get the phone lines ready, kids. Text message.
I dare you, Marvel. Do the hotlines. Let the people vote, or do it online.
Text 187 to Marvel Snap. Get it, snap like Thanos.
I know. I think you're in the Marvel Snap like Ray.
What the F?
But yeah, or do online voting. But yeah, say, okay, does Spider-Boy live or die?
They gotta make their money in text message. So.
I know. Oh no, the slot's gonna shut that down. But no,
I just want to get to actual superior Doc Ock. That's it.
I know. It's like, and again, it's
I
like,
was promised something.
And again, it's like not even a superior Spider-Man, but it's like Otto doesn't even show up until like the last like 3 pages of the first story. And he's found
worse. It could be a flashback prequel.
And spoilers.
That cost $7.
I know. Oh, this was another $6.
$6. Yeah. That's the new norm.
But yeah, spoilers, kids. Otto has found that Peter's Spider-Man again, so now he remembers everything. I was Peter Parker. And of course
man, that means I can't bang Aunt May.
Wow. Well, he's not in Peter's body right now. Oh my God. Can you imagine if the in continuity reason why Aunt May's been de-aged is because Otto's been like slipping her some kind of serum or something that de-ages her?
Don't put that into the atmosphere. That's something crazy enough that freaking Zeb Wells might do it.
So she could withstand that Otto love.
It's the radiation from a nuclear power plant.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think those are tentacles.
It's in the wheat cakes.
So they can play.
I don't think those are tentacles.
But
she says it's hentai and it's an art form.
Oh yes, and we also see a quick appearance. I'm assuming she's going to show up more. Anna Marie Marconi, one of Charlie's favorites.
Yes, I'm curious about that.
Otto's ex. Ugh. Again, I mean this.
Do we need the love life though?
Or maybe she's just there to talk Otto down or something. I don't know.
At least give me some side boob, something.
Whoa!
Let's get John Byrne on the phone. They just ain't making them like they used to.
Well, she is a little person. I mean, might get Maz's interest.
Oh, they probably don't want to fetish that. Yeah.
No. But I mean, the story would be good. I mean, I'd say less Spider Boy, more actual superior Spider-Man.
We've been baited and switched, though. I'm afraid.
I do love when Supernova's like, how did you put it? Oh, he has to die as cast. And Peter's like, I know exactly who you think I am.
It's like, dang it, it's happening again.
I know exactly which fancy man you think I am. That uncle, that aunt banger. I know who you're talking about. And then the backup story, I guess, again, because now Spider-Boy has been shoved up our continuity behind when Otto was
it's for somebody, it's just not me.
I guess, but it's like, what, we're gonna rewrite history now? Well, I mean, what have we been doing the last 15 years? They weren't married.
I blame Franklin. I think Franklin has something to do with this.
No, Franklin Richards is a BA.
Franklin Richards is such a BA.
This just seems right up his alley. I'm giving them an out, is what I'm saying.
Yes. Oh my God, but just that montage of when Otto remembers everything. I remember it all.
That was a good moment. But 2 to 3 good moments in 28 pages is not a good ratio.
$6 for $6.
Yeah.
I know, because that backup, they showed, Spider-Boy met Otto when he was the superior Spider-Man and didn't realize something was wrong.
So how good of a sidekick could he really be?
Exactly.
Tim would have known! Sorry, Ray.
What Tim? Whose sidekick?
Batman. My favorite character.
Thank you, Ray. And the villain in that backup, I mean, I know it's probably, makes sense for the time this story set, but Mr. Negative?
No, that tracks.
Why hasn't Mr. Negative fallen into the limbo with the Batman Who Laughs, please?
Batman, my favorite character.
Ooh. Sorry, Ray. It's the last Spider-Cat. This is the last Spider-Cast Lilith and I are doing for the year. We got to get him in. Hail.
Just in case we don't see you, Ray. Just for you, buddy.
We'll see him. Oh, I'll see him next week.
You might not show up now.
That's all right. Me and Dave will just sit here and go, "Oh, can you believe that fancy man, that diva can't put down his Marvel Snap?"
Yeah, I'm scared for Spider-Man right now. Like,
I know
something's got to change, or Mama's got to go.
I know. Oh, hey,
if the Ultimates aren't good, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Phil.
I know. Oh, hey, did you ever pick up the previous issues and then Spine-Tingling Spider-Man?
Yes, I did. I liked them.
What you think? Yeah. I mean, it's something different. Peter basically trapped in this nightmare, and this time we see it looks like Jameson, Mary Jane, and Aunt May are being tortured. But yeah,
he didn't get his degree.
Oh,
he's a disappointment.
I was waiting for that. I'm like, where's the floating head of guilt? Where's the huge Uncle Ben floating head of guilt?
He's like, but I owe $200 grand in student loans. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, kid. Because, sorry to tell you guys, Uncle Ben's silent generation. So what do you think? This is another Saladin Ahmed story, just like the Daredevil we covered on DW Now. Yeah, he's got a flair for the dramatic. I like it.
I think I did ask him about it. I think he said he does like the horror stuff. So
yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. So yeah, because I was gonna say, did you get the issue 0? Because they had like short chapters like digitally, and then they collected them in a number 0. But so before that they kind of took place before this series. So
I'll probably have to go hunt that down somewhere.
Yeah, because that was pretty good.
Yeah, this is the most enjoyable Spider-Man thing that's out.
All right,
as far as I'm concerned.
All right, and I know I'm like, this is good. It's just a mini series. It's not like one of the regular books. I'm like, oh boy. But yes, congratulations, Saladin Ahmed. You
oh god, they're good. I mean, not oh god, but like good for him. He's probably about to get $20, I think. He
had the best spider book of the week, and Peter was not once in costume.
Saying a lot.
Mm-hmm. All right. Breaking. I have news. I want to see Lilith Hellfire cheer. Guess what had its final issue this week, Lilith Hellfire?
What?
Red Goblin. It's done.
Oh,
what?
Good, taking up shelf space. Like I literally always saw a full shelf. I don't know who the frick was reading Red Goblin.
You got 10 issues, Lilith. 10 issues.
I know.
Well, again, I mean, like, Dylan Brock Venom was coming in and out of this book, so maybe some Venom fans were, there's somebody who likes the, symbiote, probably all the symbiote stuff, and
way you need to keep your audience, I guess.
There's always some sucker out there waiting to get fleeced, though.
Howdy, y'all!
A fool and his money are surely parted. Yes, I work at a bank. I can tell you all about it.
Yeah.
I don't get variant covers.
There's somebody out there who's like, oh, Red Goblin,
the greatest comic of all time.
I want to meet that person and beat them to death.
Wow. Well, if they're probably like 9 years old or something. Come on.
No, 9-year-olds are too sophisticated.
True.
Some damn boomer.
Boomer. No. I think it's probably somewhere in between. Probably. It's like
I never knew.
It's like the 1% in their children are monsters, and this proves it. Because in the last couple months,
you know what? True. No, it was no.
I was gonna say in the last couple months, Liz Allen and her son have both had symbiotes, so
they're trying something.
Mm-hmm.
Normie was never gonna be Normie, so
it's not just for boys.
That's right. I've got quite the Russell collection of drops now. No, I need more drops of you. So, although I do believe Noel said he might guest on a episode of Marvel Tales beginning of the new year. So, might get some more new drops. Me, him, and Justin. We might get some drops.
Sounds like a hoot and good time.
All right.
Let's do this trailer.
All right, kids, we're going to play the audio. Lilith and I are going to watch the Madam Web trailer here. Oh, God, this is how we close out the year with you and me. All right.
Somehow it's perfect.
All right, here. Hold on. Before I start this, I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. All right, kids. Have you watched this yet? I have not watched this yet.
No, I told you I was going to wait for you. We're going to go through this misery together.
All right, kids. So, yes, this is the first time you're going to get our live reaction on air that Lilith Hellfire and I watching the Madam Web trailer. All right, you ready?
Four-star diner. Okay. Dakota Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I think that's Ezekiel in the black Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, it is. We got a Latina. We got a white one. We got something for everybody.
Put a bunch of chicks in it.
Hopefully they get a gay scene.
A week ago, I spent my life racing against time.
I'm gonna help you out today, okay?
Trying to save people who were running out of it. Until one moment.
Didn't we do this in the Amazing Spider-Man?
Right off the bridge.
Didn't we do this in Amazing Spider-Man?
Babes, it's the Sony universe. They love to recycle.
That's true.
I don't understand what's happening. I've been having visions. I knew he was gonna die. I think I'm seeing the future.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
We got that.
Epps is supposed to be in this movie in an undisclosed role.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency. Get off the train.
That man's trying to kill you.
What?
Who are you? What is going on?
This feels like they rewrote the Powerpuff Girls CW script.
Oh, what the hell? She didn't see that coming?
That's funny because I saw somebody online they took that Ezekiel shot of him in that suit and they said that looks like a CW suit.
Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
Ooh, a nighttime.
I recognize
Should have been a Leica. Should have been a Leica camera.
Yeah, you almost ran me over.
Oh, photographer, get it?
You don't think this is weird?
Oh,
how we're all connected?
Where's the Jordans? Who's gonna be wearing the Jordans?
Honestly, like the least weird thing that's happened all day.
You know it's gonna be the black girl.
I have no idea what those girls.
Subvert expectations. Is that a Catwoman? That looked like a Catwoman.
No, I think that's one of their suits.
No, I know, but it looks
I
like
know.
a
Was that
reused
Julia?
Catwoman.
I know. I think it's supposed to be Julia Carpenter. Oh my god.
They really got Sydney Sweeney out here
Your future was almost
not
so
looking the
different.
best.
If you want to live,
Well, they're gonna do. They're gonna. Well, you know what they're gonna do, Lilith.
Get ready.
They're pulling the Peter Parker. She's gonna look like the nerdy girl, but then she's like, she gets her full powers and realizes her potential, and she's gonna get all hot.
Okay, I don't have to wear glasses anymore.
She's gonna get hot and just pull off the glasses. No, I'm hot.
Well, they could at least showed her in the skin tight suit. This is my whole thing.
Oh no, they want your money, Lilith.
Exclusively in movie theaters. We have to say that now.
They know what's putting asses in the seats, Lilith. They're like, okay, would you like to see this in 3D?
Sets of seats. What now?
Would you? Oh hell! Would you like to see this in 3D, or would you like the sound canceling headphones so you can just watch the pretty pictures?
Well, it's Sony, so I'm gonna go with option B. No need to hear the dialogue.
It's Spider Girls time.
Oh no, no! Let's not manifest it. I want this movie to be good because it's a female cast.
Sony.
I mean, they did okay with the 2 Venom movies. I have hope.
I know.
I mean, after Morbius, the bar is in hell. So.
And they canceled that Mexican wrestler movie. Remember the character that literally was in 2 issues?
Just enough to make a movie.
They canceled it though. Thank good Lord. No, I always hold out. I think
Bad Bunny wanted too much money. He's like, bitch, I'm an international superstar. You thought you were going to give me shekels?
If I have to go through the humiliation of the new It's Morbin time, I want more money.
Exactly. I guarantee you, if I was his agent and I wanted to get out of that, that's exactly what I would have done during negotiations.
Bad Bunny, I just saw the Morbius movie. I think we need to abandon ship right now.
We need to Bominos.
But I mean, again, a very attractive female cast. So I mean,
yeah, but objectively, Marvel's was too. So
no. Oh, wonder that's going to be the big thing. People are going to be comparing this box office to the Marvels.
Oh, if this makes more money than the Marvels, Disney is done!
Or if it doesn't, then all the neckbeards going to be like, see, people don't want female movies.
Nobody wants a goddamn Madam Web movie for sure. I'd rather have the Aunt May movie if I'm keeping it real with you. Give Marissa Tomei a movie.
I mean, you noticed that they did hot Madam Web. They didn't do old as hell Madam Web.
Yeah, the one that everybody actually cares about. And it's like, if you want to do a female, where the hell is just get the real Spider-Woman? Like,
well,
I know. Silk. Hell, do Silk if you want sexy.
I mean, so Sydney Sweeney's supposed to be Julia Carpenter, I think, but it's like, yeah. Well, where's Jessica Drew? Where's Jessica Drew? Yeah.
I don't think they have the rights to her.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I don't know. She showed up in the Spider-Verse, so I don't know how the Spider-Verse.
But she didn't
connect.
Yeah, but she didn't look like classic Jessica Drew.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Well, technically she did because in the first issue, but the one more people are familiar with because original Spider-Woman was black.
I'm just saying. Could that be a thing? Could Disney have like the rights to like a white Jessica Drew?
I wouldn't doubt it. No, if you know Disney, I wouldn't doubt it.
So maybe that's why we got the swap in.
They're like, you don't want to give us Uncle Ben? All right. I will forever. I was just like, when I figured that out, that just blew my freaking mind. It's like, yeah, why don't we have Uncle Ben in MCU? Why is Aunt May dying and it's not like in the comics?
Oh my, okay. Because I didn't see it on the trailer. I didn't think so. I looked it up. Do you know when this movie drops?
When?
February 14th.
Holy shit! That's so close.
So, ladies, if you want to get your man in the mood,
oh no, you don't get it. It's a joke. I don't know if you know this about 50 Shades of Grey. I think all 3 movies dropped on that around Valentine's Day. I think that was the thing. And also the Deadpool thing.
Yes, Deadpool. Yeah. I remember that. Yes.
So I mean, it can work putting a superhero movie. It can motivate.
Oh, especially if there's not a lot. Every other movie that's out.
February is always a dead month.
Yeah.
February and January, just like whatever crap's left over from the studios, they're trying to get tax rates on.
And February 14th, if there's anything else out, it'll probably be like a romantic comedy or something.
I think most guys would rather go see. What was that movie with freaking Jennifer Lawrence and that guy? No Hard Feelings. Like, that was like the worst rom-com movie. It was so weird and creepy and cringy. But I'd rather go. I feel some people would probably rather go see that than actually sit through a Sonyverse movie with no Venom and no Spider-Man.
I didn't see.
Not even any Vulture, aka Michael Keaton.
I know. For the last 2 seconds of the movie, I know. I mean,
I want it to do well. I like, listen, I'm trying to be optimistic, but it's Sony and its characters nobody cares about, so I don't think Sydney Sweeney's butt can save it, but
yeah, but that's the thing, she's not going to get naked anyway, so it's like, I mean,
the suit.
No, that's true.
It's pretty skin tight.
Well, they better, that trailer looked kind of dark. You better lighten it up then.
Men have an imagination when needed. It's fine.
Yes, ma'am. And how did they call that?
Fill in the gaps.
Okay, you saw the movie. I didn't see the movie, but how did they call that Jennifer Lawrence movie? No Hard Feelings. She's naked in it, right?
Is she?
I thought I saw somebody saying she has like a nude scene in it.
She doesn't get naked, so
who? Jennifer Lawrence?
Her body, yeah.
Unless it was a double or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she is notorious for body doubles. Like, don't you know? That's why she had a suit on for Mystique.
Oh.
Yeah.
But again, how do you call that movie? No Hard Feelings.
It's irony, like calling a bald head guy curly.
Oh, okay.
But although it's very terrible, like the character is very terrible. Just from the trailer, I had like so much internal like secondhand embarrassment cringe. Like that movie looked like it was written in '92. It was ridiculous.
Again, I thought she was naked in the movie, and I still saw that trailer. I was like, nah, it's okay.
Yeah, like I'm all for bringing back like '90s level, side boob and butt cheeks, but like,
hey-oh.
Not at that cost. Not at that cost to cinema. Sorry, can't do it.
It's like when after Thanos snaps his fingers and he sees that image of young Gamora. What did it cost you?
Everything. See, yeah. Hold on. Oh, she did. She did get naked. When did she change her contract?
It was
Oh, I guess because everybody hated her.
because she wanted to be brave though.
No, like I remember it was like a huge backlash, and like people stopped hiring her. So I guess she had, and like that's a terrible movie to be naked for. Like God, like it's not gonna win a freaking Academy Award.
Yeah, but maybe they needed something to sell tickets.
And it still didn't do good. So that's crazy. Because, like, yeah, for the longest time it was in her contract. She wanted to be a serious artiste, and no nudity was tasteful.
Ooh.
Well, that she found, so whatever. So I'm just like, oh, that tells you everything. She blew through her Hunger Games money, I guess.
Or maybe the agent was just like, hi, hey, honey, before you get too old, you better be showing them cans.
Something.
Yeah.
Well, if that was her actual choice and she wasn't pressured into it, good for her.
Yeah.
I mean, because Halle Berry showed her tits in that terrible, terrible movie.
Oh, Swordfish.
Yeah. Just for poops and giggles. So, you know, it can be cathartic. On that note. Speaking of being tits up.
Wow! Speaking of, little three sheets.
Merry freaking Christmas. And a happy dang New Year.
That's right, kids, because, yes. Oh, yes. All right, kids. I will reveal to Lilith Hellfire what we're doing in January.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Justin,
somebody save me.
Justin and I were like, oh, the marijuana dealer's just going to have to back the truck up to her house. Beep, beep. All right, well.
I believe True Leaf does have gift cards that you can send via email, Phil. So...
Oh my. All right. So yes, like I said, next week, Ray and Dave will be back as we cover Scarlet Spider 12 and 12.1. And then, like I said, the last week of the year, there will be no Spider Cast, but you'll have plenty of stuff, including our 2-part holiday special here and on Salty and Petty. And you'll get your Aquaman The Lost Kingdom review episode. So, ooh.
If only we can just do the trailer.
I know. There'll be two Capes and Lunatics episodes that week. Ooh. Ooh. Double the cape. Throw some capes in it.
Double the trouble, double the fun.
Put a capes episode in it and make it a bad movie trailer. Bad movie review. All right, kids, but
Patreon's like, what, we're doing me now? Phil still has flashbacks. He wakes up and goes, Super movie hero bracket,
no, God, why? God, why? All right, kids, but all right. So for January, to tie into what Justin and I are doing on Marvel Tales, we're going to do some Defenduary episodes.
Executive decision. No more freaking corporate synchronicity. No!
Veto, I say.
I'm kidding.
All right.
What issues?
Well, okay, so each week, we will talk Spider-Man's team up with various members of the Defenders.
Okay.
All right, so first week, we will cover Marvel Team Up 33 and 34 featuring Nighthawk and Valkyrie, so we'll get that out of the way.
Oh, my God.
We'll get that out of the way. Oh, it gets better. Week 2.
By better, he means worse, kids.
No. Week 2, we will cover Marvel Team Up 53 and 54 with the Hulk.
Okay.
All right, and then, that's right, 1, 2, you'll get 4 Love Hellfire episodes, that's right. All right, so then the week after that, we'll cover Marvel Team Up 90 and 124 featuring Hank McCoy the Beast.
You're losing me.
And then the last one for January will be Spectacular Spider-Man 17 and 18 featuring Iceman and Angel.
You've lost me.
I gave you some X-Men, come on.
But Iceman and Angel? I'm just kidding, it's fine.
Well, I'm sorry. Storm never lowered herself to be on the Defenders. What do you want me to do?
And for that, we love her.
That's right. All right, kids. So that's what I was saying. Noel might join us for 1 week on Marvel Tales that month because one of the arcs we're covering is going to be a Steve Gerber written arc. So he loves the Steve Gerber. You know,
all our friends have that one thing, right? With his Marvel Snap.
Well, I think Steve Gerber won Noel over with the Howard the Duck stuff. So
you know how duck penises work, right?
It's a corkscrew. It looks really dangerous.
Hey,
but I'm not a duck.
Whoa, she said, "Duck kids." All right,
Ducking ducks.
All right, kids. So yes, yeah, keep listening. Again, there's going to be shows we never stop. So, but yes, this will be the last Spider Cast with Lilith Hellfire for 2023. So, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. All right.
Hasta la vista.
But again, send us your thoughts on all the Dazzler stuff we covered this month and the upcoming Defender stuff. Lilith needs your help. Email us.
What kind of alcohol should I be drinking, guys? Give me the Rex. Drop the Rex in the comments.
What goes with Defenders?
Gotta be a keg of beer.
50 proof. Anyway, email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And yes, if you want more Dazzler, remember these first 2 weeks also, yes, Justin and I are doing Dazzler stuff on Marvel Tales. And then to close out the month, holiday episodes featuring Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. So your intern, he does all the dirty work left.
Yes, good. Doing the Lord's work.
All right, kids. So remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, it's the holiday season. Get your loved one the Capes and Lunatics t-shirt or hoodie or cup or phone case or all of it. Oh, that's right. I do believe, yes, I did add Sidekick stuff too. So yes, which side are you on? Pick sides in your household, Capes and Lunatics or Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Me and Lilith are like, we don't have a dog in this fight. We're on both. Oh my God. So is Justin. So it's like, okay, it comes down to who do you like better, Moz or Will and Kristen?
2 professors or our skinny rich friend?
So find everything. And link to the Patreon because again, we need the money. Gimme. And the Cash App link.
And you know you want to be bullied. You know you do.
Yes, you want your own personalized drops where we question you and your entire lifestyle choices. Ray and his Marvel Snap. Russell and his addictions.
I spend too much money on tobacco and Mountain Dew.
If you replace tobacco with something else, same.
Wow! I love you get the little, you start getting the Justin laugh in the back too. Just like the Moz, you get the Justin.
I spend too much money on tobacco and Mountain Dew.
All right. So
that's why he's got no money for variant covers.
Oh, that's true.
I don't get variant covers.
That's great. That's insane to say as a comic book collector. That's insane.
Well, he is insane.
Nom nom nom. Is your whole week?
All right, so find everything all in one.
O-rings.
Okay, no. Find everything. Tubes.
If your whole week, just put an O-ring in there. You'll be all right. I've brought some hellfire.
I licked around the rim of Ronald Reagan's keister.
Dick jokes, butt jokes, we have it all, kids.
You can slather up my Cobra.
All right. See, who says talking G.I. Joe wouldn't net us any drops? All right, find us everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right, your favorite internet granny. Maybe she'll bake you some cookies if you send her some presents. Where can people find you, Lilith?
Ho ho ho!
And you know it's going to be in those.
Happy holidays.
And you know it's going to. And you know it's going to be in those. You know it's going to be in those cookies, kids.
Smoked and doobie.
I'm not giving that away for free. Crazy. Anyway.
Well, no, if they make a nice sizable contribution to the Cash App.
True. That could be arranged. But if you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Facebook, friend me, Lilith Hellfire, or if you're on Threads or Instagram, you can find me at your favorite internet granny. That's GRANNIE. Yeehaw, duh.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
And Lilith will respond to you if you contribute to the Patreon or just put money in the Cash App.
Suck it, Russell.
Your whole family can suck it.
Oh my! Oh,
your whole family can suck it.
Because Ray likes it hard,
and Ray likes it long.
You know you want to be bullied. Just go ahead, make it rain.
So Ray likes it hard and long, and
does Russell like it long? Does Russell like it hard? Gotta make room.
He's got a weak hole, so I don't think he likes it hard.
Wow!
Good for that release. Spread it.
We gotta go, Phil. We gotta go.
Feels like I'm sobering up. Okay, so yes, kids, that's the important message here. Make it rain.
Make it rain.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Again, Ray and Dave will be here next week. And then in 2 weeks, no new episode. But then first week of January, we're back with the February here and on Marvel Tales.
Pray for my soul, guys.
Until then,
I'm gonna have a sober New Year, but nope.
swing on back.
Flip it good.